Streaming, start streaming. Cause it's a class day and a Saturday. What's up, y'all? We're live. We're here. We're here now. We're here. We're gonna make fire. I need fire. I didn't know where I was.
Hi.
Now I know.
Sit down. Sit. Come. He can sit up there.
Oh, it's a big boy. You're gonna have to keep an eye on him.
All the mods are here.
It's because our mods are punctual.
It's a mod class.
Wait.
Oh, Clearscape is here. What's up, y'all? I'm just all up in the camera's face, like, calm down. Thanks, Toby
okay
A.
Right here? You be okay
Appreciate
right
that.
Big boy.
Susan. NWA.
A big beansy. A big beansy.
Mary Beth says, what is the shelf life of art resin after it's opened?
Art resin?
Like
The brand?
the brand, or
People are going to see him creeping up and be like, it's cat. Boy cat.
he is out on the ledge, just being a cat.
We have a very thick ledge.
I
want to say a couple years.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't answer that. Like, we've had a lot, but I don't know,
Our resin lasts us like...
STONECOAT art resin. It's art coat. You have to say the actual name because there's so many different types of names of resin, and resin art is an actual name. So that's why we were like, we have no idea. I would just say epoxy resin. And then there in that itself is, what kind, what brand, has it been cold, has it been hot? Is it just open? Yeah, like...
I want to say a couple years, though.
I don't know.
It's at least a year for sure. I know that.
Vamp's like, window, cat.
Mm-hmm. We have a thick ledge, and he likes to catwalk it.
Yeah.
Essentially. But you're going to have to monitor my little tiny baby boy dog.
All right. So, if you just joined us, and if you're new, welcome. I'm Jeff. This is Erica. We are Artists Till Death.
Pew, pew.
Today is our Pour With Us class, and we'll explain that to you right after this. What if I just shut it off?
I don't know if we should have an ad as big as the Teachable class.
I'll take it off. I just wanted to put...
Okay.
There he is. There's the kitty cat.
Come over here, Bubbles.
Ooh, that is running very... Our,
Hey y'all. Hey, hi. Hey, hi. How are ya? You're okay, Bowie.
He's like, but I don't know about him.
Mm-hmm. So, if you bought the kit, or if you didn't buy the kit, and if you're gonna paint with us, now is your time to get your stuff together. You're gonna need resin, mixing cup, mixing Stix. Get down. You will need a red paint, a yellow paint, a white paint, and an orange paint. You'll need some kind of swiping paper. There's a giant like lag on
I know.
that camera.
I just noticed that, like right when we went live.
And you will need a board. I prepped mine in black. Feel free to do that to yours as well.
And I don't know why. I wonder if it's just...
I don't know. I used flat spray paint, but you can use acrylic paint, house paint. I'm scared I don't want to mess up. Don't worry about it. This is just expression. It's
And that's why I started missing it. This...
better. Don't freak out. This is just, we're just gonna art together, okay? If you've got a buddy that you can have come in and be your hands, if you have any questions or need to tell me to slow down or whatever, have some hands. Or have a rag next to you with some alcohol on it so you can wipe your hands off and don't get your computer all gunky.
Gunky.
Yeah. So, if you are ready,
Sorry.
thank you, B. Round of applause just for me. If you're ready, we're gonna get started. If you got a kit from us, you got everything that you're gonna need for this class.
Let's put it on this one here first so that I can see all of this stuff.
So what we're gonna do first is mix our part B into our resin. If you got the kit, then we're using Art Coat. And the board that came in the kit is a 12-inch round. So we're gonna mix up, I usually do 6 ounces for 15, so 4 ounces should be more than plenty. But feel free to mix up extra, because if you got the kit, then
Just don't look here. I was like, oh, I'll do 8 and 8, not realizing what I was pouring wise. Hey y'all, it's been a hot minute since I've been here. Great to see y'all.
hey Dawn.
Allie.
If you got the kit,
S.
then
Haley.
you got
I
some
was wondering if
coasters as well, so you have something to do with your leftover resin.
S. Haley wants to know real quick, I was wondering, the color Passion base coat is the color that goes under all of your, right, that goes under all your other, what? Correct, and on top goes on top of the other colors. Oh, I think she put colors. I think she put colors. So yeah, base coat, the colors go over it. Top coat, that goes over the colors.
Yeah, whatever says base on it needs to be in the bottom, kind of like a basement.
Mary Jane said, have fun, I'll call you about my hoodies.
Okay. Hey, Clara. So, once you have your resin poured into your cup, you will need to stir it up. You got some stir sticks if you got the kit from us. Otherwise, you can use popsicle sticks, coffee stirring sticks. You got options. You can use a fork if you are so inclined.
Why do my eyes start to do this every time I start to read this?
ATD sticks work the best. Thank you, TG. So you're gonna mix for 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how much resin you are mixing up. Ideal is 3 minutes. You really want your resin to be fully incorporated so that there is no question that you don't have any weak parts where your part A and part B aren't fully mixed together. So while you're mixing, make sure you mix or scrape the sides of your cup and the bottom of your cup, and scrape off what you have on your stir stick, and then mix that into your resin as well.
C. Well, it's just my contacts. Like, as soon as I start to try to read this, for some reason it's like they just want to start moving. And I don't know if it's just because I'm reading white font on a black background, so it just like, I don't know if it strains my eyes. I have no idea. I don't know why it does that.
A lot of people use an egg timer or a sand timer to keep up with how long they've been mixing. Clara got me one, but I always forget to use it. So that's what the glasses I have are for computer stuff. What are you looking for?
This, oh, is it? I don't know why I have that out there. I think I put it out there for a tester.
Okay, I think we're basically mixed together.
I have glasses. I don't like to take my contacts out and put them back in. Alright, you gonna mix them?
Yep, we're about to do colors. So in your kit, you got some cups to lift your board off of your surface, as well as to mix your colors in. Boop, 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 boop. So in this piece, you're not gonna have to how do I say this? You're gonna have a lot of negative space. So you don't need a whole lot of colored resin mixed up. So I'm going to do, I'm gonna say a third or less of the color. You need mostly red, then a little bit less orange, a little bit less yellow, and a little bit less white. And you also need some resin left over to grease the pan. That was Bowie. He said hello. I'm probably going to start with maybe almost half a cup of the red.
Is that really doing that again?
And then a little bit less for the orange, a little bit less for the yellow, and then less still for the white. Leaving about 1.5 ounces for my grease the pan. I call it grease the pan. It's something my mom came up with because baking and cooking and things. All right, so the first color we're going to be mixing up. Oh, while I'm doing this, if you need me to slow down, please just type it out and let me know. I'm happy to slow down. Just let me know. So the first color I'm going to mix up is red.
Overhead.
What's overhead?
It doesn't, it's not, or not overhead, but yeah, the overhead is not working.
Okay.
That is overhead. This.
So we may have to just worry about that when the class is over. So the first color I'm mixing is red. If you ordered the kit from us, then you have exactly the same colors that I'm going to be using today. If not, just use whatever you have that's closest.
Thank you, Kim.
And in the kits, you got way more pigment than you're actually going to need for this kit. So don't put everything that you have into your resin. The next color I'm going to use is Mango. It's also by Just Resin. In fact, all the colors I'm using today are Just Resin. The next color we're going to use is Bright Yellow by Just Resin.
Why is it doing this?
And the last one I'm going to use is Titanium White. My jars are always so messy. I can't be the only one. Anyone else have messy jars at home? Okay. So now we're going to stir our resin with the pigments in it. And you really want an opaque color for what we're doing today. You don't want to be able to see through it really at all. That is an awesome red. What's really great about this color red, one of my favorite things about it is that unless you use too much heat, it doesn't turn pink if you use it next to white. And a lot of reds will do that. They're just not quite as pigmented. I'm not an orange fan, but I like the mango. You really want to make sure you have your resin and paint mixed well together. If you're using resin pigments like these pastes, it doesn't take long to get everything incorporated. If you're using acrylic paint in your resin, just be careful not to add too much pigment or you'll set your resin off too soon.
Sorry, I've been messing with this camera. For some reason, one of the main cameras, the overhead camera, is just stopped. And that's a brand new camera. And I don't know why it does that. No, this is just regular red, right?
Yeah, it's red. Bowie's playing with a cat in the background. Okay. Now I'm going to pause before this next part so that everyone can catch up if need be. Mango and wild jasmine are a magical combo. I would agree.
There you go. You can stand up here.
Dar said go ahead and mess with them. You spoiled us with multiple views.
Well, it's just not coming on. It just froze and then it's not coming back. And there's like no reason for it to even do that. I have no idea why.
Unplug it, replug it, deactivate it, and reactivate it. It should be fine. That's what I would do. Done mixing, cool. Donna says, Jeff, I have to get another camera for my YouTube. What brand are you using, please?
Well, I'm using the Logitech C930E. I don't know why it's giving me problems right now, but the one you're looking at right now, this camera is the same camera.
All right, the reason why I wipe my hands off is because we're going to be greasing the pan and you don't want to transfer paint that was on your hands to here. Hey, Marcy.
It's just like,
You deactivated and reactivated it?
yeah. It's just not there. It's just like it cut off, like just done.
All right, we'll fix it later. Quick question before my gloves get sticky. How long do you wait before you can send a resin coaster in the mail? So you have to be very careful because you don't want whatever packaging you have to give a texture to the piece that you ship. And so if I can just easily put my nail in a corner of the piece, just with just a little bit of pressure, then I won't ship it. And it usually takes at least 2 weeks. I mean, it's 30 days before a full cure, but usually I can ship within 2 weeks. And you'll be fine. What's up, ideas? Okay. Sounds like everyone's ready to move on. So I'm going to take my resin that I have left. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure I don't have any fuzzies on my board. And I'm going to grease the pan with the clear that I have. Now, the reason why I'm not doing black is because black resin or black pigment in resin will cloudy or darken or just make my other colors not look as vibrant once we start manipulating the piece with heat and tilting and swiping and all that. So that's why I prep my board black and then just use a clear, because it's still going to look like a black background, but you have no risk of the colors mixing. And Jeff had a good point. We were talking about this earlier. When you use black and some of the colors we're using in this piece and they mix together, they end up making a green color, and that has no place in this piece. So originally when we did this piece, our one successful time, Jeff was the artist and he did an awesome job. I'm going to try to teach his methods while he supervises. Right
While
here.
I hear.
Very nervous, but we got this, right? Right. Oh yeah, it's up there.
I know that.
Okay, so first color we put down is the red, and the one that Jeff did, he laid out squiggles of where he wants his fire to be. The red is going to be the majority of the piece, that and the black negative space background. So we're going to kind of design how our fire is going to flow with how we lay the red down. Important, make sure you don't go crazy adding your red, because you don't want it to take over the piece and just be everything. Okay. So B, you may have to pause your camera-ness so you can help me with this.
Camera-ness.
Yes.
Well, I was going to put the overhead on so they can see it a little better.
Okay. So.
That looks orange.
So.
Yeah, just kind of don't put a lot, just in one area. Just do that until it runs out. But do it to where it's like kind of. There is a bug in there. Damn it. He will no longer live.
I just dropped that.
Sorry.
Cujo. Sorry about that. Okay. Like that? Or are you going to take this from me?
No. So, you know, kind of, it's like a, it's not even, let's see here, what do we got on here? Just kind of,
Oh, and take it all the way off?
I mean, not all the way off, but I mean, just do it till it kind of gets thinner like that. And do maybe like a little one there. Just when you, when you do that, you're just putting color down, like with no kind of, you have to be, and remember, we're gonna, didn't I heat set this too? I mean,
Yeah. We're going to put heat on it after this step.
so what you're doing is you're kind of making these bends a little fatter so that when the heat goes on it, it kind of spreads out and it's not so concentrated, you know?
So the bends need to be thicker paint. That's also where we put a lot of the other colors too, right? It's in the bends.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Red, check. I will pause here so that you guys can catch up with this progress. Tap into your inner hot rod. So this is where we're at so far with our fire. You can use a heat gun or a torch for this piece, by the way. Forgot to mention, I am not wearing a respirator or a smock or a hazmat suit, but if you are someone that has problems with breathing or you've had an allergic reaction, please take the proper precautions and steps necessary for your body and situation. Okay. I'm going to use my heat gun on all the way hot and full air. And what I'm doing is popping the bubbles and splaying out the bends, right?
You just kind of want to flow it out to where it almost, you're not trying to blend it all in with the background. You're just trying to make it a little more poofy, I guess you could say.
Like that?
Yeah, but maybe you could, yeah, you can, like, if you want to blow on it to get that unnatural.
Okay, so we heated it all up and now we're gonna blow the bends. I'm gonna use my face. If you've got one of those mini leaf blowers or a compressed air, feel free to use that.
You need to heat that up a lot more. I don't know, you like, yeah, you need to like move it make it move, and then you need to heat it up enough to where when you see it move, then you blow on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we're just feathering it a little bit.
Yeah.
Please, no one pass out on me doing this. And that includes me. So Jeff's correct. If you put the heat on it till you see the resin move, that's when you want to pull back and then blow on it. If you put the heat on it for too long, your resin's going to get too thin. And if you don't put heat on it long enough, if you're using your face to blow on it, you're going to pass out because it's not going to move. Yeah, that took a little too much effort.
Yeah, you need to really heat it up. I'm pretty sure I tilted it as well.
You did. But that was after this part.
But we need to you need to really, there shouldn't be any hard lines really. Right?
But we're going to swipe through it, so.
Right now, I swipe through it on this one?
With the orange.
Oh.
You swiped after every
I'm
color.
saying, didn't I tilt it just with just the red?
You did, but I haven't gotten there yet because
Yeah,
you
you
did
have
this
to
first.
heat it up, get rid of all those. You need to puff all that stuff out.
As you guys can see, I'm learning a little bit too. Jeff's the master when it comes to fire.
I'm not any master. No, don't say that.
All right, I'm happy with how this looks so far. I'm sorry about that light that's right there.
Yeah, that's so funny. No matter where we are at, there's always going to be some kind of reflection of light.
Just a little bit more that way.
I can't.
Okay.
It's too long. It's too long.
Can you tell what's her name to turn it off?
What's her name?
Jeff's the master, period. I concur. All right. So that's how we are so far. Got our base down for the fire. And now the next step is going to be just to tilt it slightly. And what that's going to do is make everything kind of flow a little bit more cohesively and stretch your flames a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit more heat on it and let it flow off the top just a bit. And then bring it back down a little bit.
Yeah, you want it to stretch out. You want it to fade. You want it to... You know how fire, when it's super hot and then it's blowing out, you could barely see the red background. And by doing all of this, it kind of gives it that glow, that disintegration look.
Ooh, good word. Everyone caught up so far? I can definitely wait. Just let me know. How was there glitter? When was the last time we used pink glitter? Y'all?
It's probably on you.
This?
It's probably on you.
What's that on?
Your office chair.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Your office.
That's fair. Okay. If everyone's caught up, we're going to keep going. So,
this is kind of more the fun and the easier part, because you're barely putting well, I guess I should say you start to put less and less paint on here.
right. Okay. So now we're going to aim for the bends, right?
The bends, and mainly the middle parts of
thick
bigger,
areas.
yes, of bigger stuff. Let me go overhead here. So what we're gonna do is, sorry, I'm trying to make this stay and it just does not want to stay. So what we're gonna do, all the orange is, she's gonna put,
You can scrape it.
I know, I'm just trying to think of how, like, so I would do almost like a S shape, like that. Just a teeny bit here, teeny bit here, just where the red is more concentrate. You understand? There.
And just through the
Definitely
middles.
here, yeah. And yeah, I would just do that. I mean, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Like, it's amazing how much paint you don't have to make for these colors. Just kind of do your filling colors like this the way that you put your red down, like the squiggly lines, the you know how it was kind of a almost like a S shape, and crooked S and a crooked Z, like.
Okay.
Look at that, babe. Look at yours already.
It's almost looking like fire. Okay.
Well, one is Lucy and one is Ethel, our cameras. You really did name it Ethel.
We did. Okay. So also in your kit, you got some swiping papers. If you're working at home and you didn't use, I mean, everybody's working from home, but if you didn't order our kit, then you can use any heavier shiny paper. I'm going to give you guys 60 seconds. I'm just kidding. Don't rush. We're using STONECOAT Art Coat. We have all the time in the world. But what's going to happen next is we're going to heat it up. We're going to take bits of our swiping paper and we're going to create some awesome movement.
That's right.
In the piece. Do be careful you don't scorch your piece by adding too much. My bad.
Did you just break that?
No.
Make sure that. Yeah, it's broke.
Make sure that you don't add too much heat because you don't want to scorch your piece because that's hard to come back from. Right. If you got our swiping paper, we're going to take this flat end and we're going to lay it into our resin, not vertical like this.
I'm going to give you guys a close-up of the angle that she's doing that at.
We're going to lay it flat like this. You don't want to put it down like this. You'll end up just scraping your resin away. We want it to be flat. Okay? Make sure your ends are pointed upward because if they're pointed down, you'll end up scraping your resin. So I always just turn my ends up just a little bit like that. So now we're going to create the motion in not the ocean, but the fire.
And when you do this, don't worry about letting up or doing a cool effect. Just swipe it in the direction that you laid the orange down in and just keep going until there's no more paint. Because what that's going to do is it'll drag all this, it'll drag that red, and it'll drag it to a peak to where it'll just stop and just, yeah.
So you don't do the angle.
I would just kind of drag with it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe drag with it and then turn it and then drag with it and then turn it just to kind of give it some flair, just
Right.
some edges. Because
So-
fire is real crispy, like there's real edges on it.
So we're going to let about a pencil width of resin pick up into
Yeah.
the piece.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
I don't know.
I told you don't go sideways. Like just follow it. Like
So you're gonna go just flat. Okay.
it looks like there's not enough.
Looks like I need to put more orange down.
Yeah, it looks like it's sinking.
Okay.
So
So-
this is good because then that way you're just not filling this with orange.
Yeah.
So maybe do that. Maybe just go through.
When you're done with
You
that,
can
will
use
show the
another-
overhead so they can see how dull the orange is. So you guys can see that my orange is kind of fading in these 1, 2, 3 areas that I've done the swipe already. If you're noticing that same issue, go ahead and swipe these areas out, and then we will, I'm going to add more
Yeah.
of the orange.
It looks like you made that orange very,
It's opaque.
yeah. What you're trying to do is you're just trying to get this orange to fade out a little bit into the red to make it that fire hot look. Yeah, we definitely have to put more orange down.
Yep. So I'm going to put more orange.
So this is just barely. See, that's good. That's good that you don't. You're not just filling this with orange, and you're still seeing the red background. Don't go over what you've already done. Just put it where there should be some, or at the top of where it was.
Okay. Oops. Okay.
That's a lot right here.
Do you want to put some red down so it'll swipe over?
See how I'm like turning it and like trying to. I'm kind of just picking up some of the red and trying to pick up most of that orange and just kind of placing it in a random spot like that, so it kind of gives it a natural.
You may need to put it on the side angle so they can see the, if you could be. We switch it so they can actually, because when you're doing this, they could only see the top of your hand.
All right, so what you're gonna do is you're kind of gonna go. You're gonna swipe in the direction it's going, and then completely turn your
Wrist.
paper, and just kind of zigzag, and just drag it along. And that way, it's just not like a. a man-made thing, I guess you could say. So it kind of fades it out. It's like you didn't listen to what
I did. I thought
you went like this. Like
so
go like
I need
this.
to do more angles.
That's what I'm saying. Just
Y'all,
like
I'm not good at angles. Okay, I'm gonna
she's
do
not
angles.
good at listening. Look, babe, it's going like this. Just pick it up and then turn it, and then.
So we're doing straight up quarter turns. It still looks like fire, so I'm gonna call it.
It does. Like it looks great.
That looks like just a number 3.
I feel like this orange is just not opaque, and I don't know why. Like mine didn't act like this. Yeah, do that big guy there too.
No matter, because we're going to.
Yeah, this yellow will tie it all together,
Yeah.
and the white really just like makes it pop. Monkey's on our way.
It's looking good so far, y'all. Do you feel the warmth?
That's the thing.
Do you
Try
feel
not to think, oh, it doesn't look like fire flames, like typical on hot rods fire flames. Like think of you know, how fire is. It's always random. It's always just glowing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now let's add some yellow. Now the yellow needs to be applied similarly to how we did the orange. It needs to be in the middle of the orange, right?
Yes, I would do it right in the center, and then if you didn't put enough orange down too, like if you're afraid to put too much, which is always good, the orange and the yellow and the red will mix a little and make orange as well. So it's all a win-win situation. Look at that llama.
There's no llama here. He's watching TV. Most of the design work is going to be from the swipe, so don't really put too much concern for like how you're directionally applying your colors. Do all of your design work with the swiping paper. This is kind of a directional class on swiping. Boop. Okay. My colors are heating up too much. Had to move on to yellow. Where does the white go? The white's going to go in between. It's going to be kind of like pyramid stack. So it's going to be red, orange, yellow, white. So white's going to be in the center part of the yellow. Sorry about that. I didn't consider other resins heating up too quickly. My apologies. All right, so now we have our yellow down, and we're gonna swipe the same way. Hopefully I get it right. So
do that. We need to heat it. You need to heat it.
I did heat it. Might need to heat it more.
Maybe. That is a lot of yellow. That's like.
Adding more heat also will help the colors meld together. I put more yellow because my orange faded.
Yeah. too much. Let me, what's the, these are covered. Let me see. This is just a lot of yellow. Like, the yellow isn't supposed to be this. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of yellow.
So if that is too much yellow for you, I'll just tilt that part off.
Yeah.
And it'll be fine.
But you get the you get it, like you're just going smaller and smaller and smaller. You're not doing it as big.
Right, but I had a big orange blob there.
Turn it, yeah, turn it. There you go. See? And then go at it, yeah. So it kind of blurring it up, so it kind of comes to a peak. Because fire's always peaking like that. It's always popping, and don't cover up that.
The bulb?
Yeah. We're gonna stretch this anyways. We're gonna heat it up and then tilt it.
I think it's looking good. What degree turn am I doing? Quarter turn?
You're just blending it. You're just dragging it and blending it, making it to where it has that angle. You see these little cuts, these little curves.
Ah, I see.
And then sometimes do like how you go straight up and then maybe turn it. Like you're just kind of doing little angle stuff.
All right, get a new piece of paper every time or it's going to eat up your colors.
Everybody has their own way. Like, I'm sure that everybody has their own style and how they're turning it, and yeah, you can even do that. Just kind of make little peaks like that. And then if you have that, bring that down that way,
Bring what down this way?
Do the same way, but just kind of go burp, burp, burp. I want to try something with this orange. There's so much yellow on here.
Can I get you some gloves?
No. I'm gonna try something, you guys, real quick. I just want to see. We can mix this yellow and this orange together. A little bit. But once you get that white in the middle of that, I would definitely do that. I would kind of go along, and if you don't see a lot of your orange, I don't know why this orange is like, it looks very translucent for some reason on here. I wonder if it's because I used the no, that was lava.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the exact palette you did for the first fire.
So I would just put a little orange around the yellow parts that you've done. If you want to see more orange, if you like it what you've done, leave it. This yellow is
Nelly, this is actually his style, his pattern. He did the original one, but he wasn't feeling teaching today, so I picked it up for him, but
I wasn't feeling teaching.
yeah, weren't feeling it.
Yeah, this yellow is, I don't know what, I think it's just too much yellow. I think we need to just super tilt this, like something crazy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to finish teaching the class, and then we'll do that later. Okay, so we've got fire, and now we're going to do, I'm going to do a couple more swipes through here, and then we'll do the white. Right? Or should I not do that because of this? Are these like bulby parts okay?
No, I would just kind of.
Oh, I forget
them.
you can use the stick.
Yeah, just kind of blend them. The thing is, you wanted to keep it in it. You wanted to keep your colors inside of each other. You're not trying to go out. You're not trying to make them.
Okay. So now we're going to add, I'm actually going to add a little bit of red right here. I feel like it's too much orange. All right, now we're going to add the white in the center of our yellows, and not a lot of white at all.
Yeah, you're just
that may
you're
even
just
be a
yeah
little too
you're just
much.
gonna draw it on with like a stick. Right down the center of that yellow.
Make sure you wipe your stir stick off before you put it back in to your cup of resin.
Thank you, Dee. We appreciate that. Jeff needs a shot of Fireball. No. Evelyn said, no, he doesn't. He's doing fine.
Okay. So now we have our little bits of white down. I'm going to hit it with some heat again. And then I swipe through this as well.
I would blow on that. It's so funny. You're just going around it. You're not like hitting it. You need to like hit it to where it melts, to where it fans out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we're going to heat it till it moves.
You're just kind of blowing it out. Like you're just trying to do that disintegration thing to where it just kind of blends in with the other ones.
Whoops.
Yeah, this is a little difficult to do. And you know resin always has a mind of its own. I would heat this up and then super tilt it. See, look at that. That looks so fun. That's a good one. That's a good swipe right there. This is one of those swipes that you want to just do over again. Like this is like, okay, I get it. Do the red, blow it out. Do the orange, blow it out. Do the yellow, blow it out. White, blow it out. But every time you're adding just a little bit. After the red, you don't need a lot, unless your orange is transparent.
Which is crazy because this orange is not transparent. It sucks that my resin decided it was going to kind of just do what it wants to do on a class day, but
it still looks good. Look at it up there. Like it still looks like fire. Like it's nearly impossible to make resin look like something.
So now we're going to heat it again, and I'm going to tilt it just off and bring it back.
Yeah, I would tilt it and heat it down like this so that all. What you're gonna try to do is get those points at the top to go off, and then tilt it back so that they're real pointy. So everything is very. It's such the term slidey.
It's one of my terms.
Yeah, and then bring it back, and just let it all come back together.
What you're doing is essentially fading and sharpening what you've got up here on this ridge.
And what's going to happen is if you put enough of your base coat down and you haven't heated up a lot, this is just going to slide back down. It's not going to start melting together like if it were there, like if this was all just on a board without any what's that called? Iced over? What's it?
Grease the pan?
Grease the pan. Why do I keep forgetting that?
I don't know. I'm really liking how this looks up here. So I'm going to tilt a little bit of this crazy off. And that is something that you are welcome to do as well.
Makes sense on a white background. No, it wouldn't. I don't think it would look good on a white background.
Boom.
There you go.
I have a fire. What's that from?
I have made fire. Tom Hanks.
Well, I know who said it.
See, if you can, the whole thing is if you can keep some black background, you want to keep some black in between these flames. The red, you know, like being very glowy, and then the orange and the yellow and the white all in the same kind of area, then you've got it. See, like this, like boom, boom, boom. That looks like a big flame. That looks like a big flame.
That one?
Yeah. It just, resin does what it wants to do.
I like it. I feel like I've made fire. It's a bit of a struggle. That's to be expected. It's my first time. It was Castaway. Alright, I'm going to take this and put it in the dust free, and we'll do our 4 coasters, and class will be dismissed.
I was going to try something with a coaster. Oh, I think I wanted to just try. Let me try something. I'm going to paint.
Do you have coasters over there?
I have like random ones. Maybe you can, I'll paint them. I wanted to just put a blob down. Do like, oh, we don't have any clear though.
Use that orange strip grease that was just the red.
No. We can make some more since people are using their resin. Just make like a little bit so you can have some.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Surrey. Come here, babe. Come on. Oh, got you. Yeah, I don't know about throwing blue in there. I mean, it would.
Like in the black parts, maybe that might look kind of cool.
Thanks, Donna Parker.
Okay. He is a terrible.
What?
He's not the best guard dog. Be in the camera.
We're still live, guys.
We are.
Everybody remembers Monkey.
Hello.
Can't really see us though. You have to move that over.
Monkeys. A chameleon color. I could see that. I could see that.
Are you coming with us?
Ew. I don't know about going there for just a couple hours. What colors would you suggest if you wanted to do a blue fire?
Blue. Like you would have to just make a dark blue, a bright blue, and then white.
Bondi and Neptune paste are good, like glowy blue colors. I feel like sapphire would be awesome. No. Yes. Sapphire or Bermuda from Color Obsession, because they look black, but then if you put white next to it, it makes it just glow.
Did you guys just start it?
No.
We started an hour
I'm
ago.
gonna do something.
Are you going to do a
Yes.
puddle?
Yeah. Kinda.
Do it.
Look at her.
Look at her.
Look at Wednesday.
She's like,
Hi,
you going to pet my
Wednesday.
belly? That's cool.
Hi, Wednesday. Hi, pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl. Oh, you actually letting me pet you this time.
Everyone says, hi, monkey.
Tell them I said hi.
They can hear you.
Oh.
All right, so let's try. We're gonna try to do just the red this time, starting off like we did.
I didn't bring it all back in and under like that.
I was doing that, and that's why I was like, why are you just going like this? Like, I told you to do that.
It's your design, not I didn't have my mind wrapped around how important that was, but now I know.
Look at this big baby. He wants attention.
And a touch of purple, yep, I could see that. Bowie always wants attention. Just type it up. Bowie always wants attention.
Ooh, I like that red over that black.
Yeah, that looks good. Very 80s. All
Little
right,
chubby
so
baby.
what I'm gonna do?
Chubby baby.
He is not chubby. He's big boned.
He's chubby. Ow. Ow.
Marcy fell behind a little. She's such an awesome artist. She will do amazing.
See, I'm gonna try to.
A banana for monkey. Monkey's
We got
so cool.
a
She's pretty
monkey
cool.
on her birthday. We got her to hold a monkey on her birthday.
Kind of freaks me out a little bit.
What? You can't get freaked out about
Ooh.
monkeys.
That looks cool. Look at that yellow.
Yeah, that
Thank you,
orange
Evelyn.
is so.
I'm sure she's killing it. She's amazing. Yeah, Marcy texted me and was like, what if I go live with you watching your class and also
just-
do it live?
That yellow is just so opaque. So
Yeah,
I
it
thought
looks
I
good.
thought it would just kind of blend together all together like that, but
So my key takeaways, if you are watching this at a later time, is you're doing like C's. Like you're making your flame thing in this pattern. Can you see? I can't see me. You're doing like full hard turn C, and then you're gonna about
Almost
face
like
it and
a-
do the other way, and then the other way, and then the other way.
You should try to do a puddle one.
Here.
No, I want you to do it. Why don't you want to do it?
Because my puddle pours never turn out. Marcy, on the other hand, can do a puddle pour and a tree ring pour like nobody's business.
Erica, where are those egg rolls you made?
In the freezer, plug in the air fryer.
Some leftovers. Ooh, is this for me, guys?
Yes. Izara,
Yeah,
this
we just
is,
made you.
a class on how to paint fire with resin.
So I'm going to try to do a puddle.
She is a tree ring master. That's true. We appreciate those that are in and watching this. If you aren't into it, there's so many awesome channels that you could go check out. Have an awesome day. Bye.
What happened?
She was like, this is boring though. I was like, okay, well. You have the remote. Click it. When is the next class? So let me check the dates.
It's Christmas time.
Yep. So we'll probably do it on the 19th. We'll probably do it on the 19th of December.
Look at that.
Okay, now you're super showing off.
Whoa.
I don't even know what you just did.
That is super fun.
Well, now you have to do another one because I wasn't paying attention. Hi, just call me Dell. Do you know what the next class will be? Didn't we have an idea of what we wanted to do on the next class?
We're going to be... No.
Now you're going to have to do that one again.
No, I'll do it. So what I did is I put a coat
Hey, Brandon
down.
Swan, what's up?
I greased the pan.
Will you hand me my beverage? Thanks.
It could already be heating up by now, Monkey, if you wanted to eat something.
Okay, so I've never done
Okay. She's going to blow my house up. Be right
this.
Be right
You
back.
guys know I'm notorious for burning things down.
Are you? I didn't know that.
So I turned
All right, so what we're gonna do, if you guys are still messing with your resin, I had never done this before, so I was just wanting to try this. So what we're gonna do is just do a little puddle of red. I think what I want to do first, though, I want to blow this red up and just kind of bring it to a point and then drag it off, and then so I can make this blown out more, and then we're gonna do the orange, the yellow, and the white all together at once. So we're gonna blow this out. Let's tilt this a little bit so we can like stretch this out. Because we want this to be we want the edges to be very soft, very fiery. Oh, look at that. That looks like a heart. All right. So let's do some orange in the middle. Remember, we're only doing a little bit. You're not putting down as much as you did with the red. And just make it to a point and then drag it up. And
This
then
spot was for Bowie,
A
not
little bit,
you.
I mean, over half less of what your orange is.
Good girl.
Put it in the center, drag it off. And then the white is a dab of white. Drag it through the center. And you're just gonna blow this out.
This class would have been so much easier and quicker if you just did that in the first place. But we're showing you guys like all of the forms.
Well, this is a coaster. Like doing a big piece would be.
I believe in you.
Would be a little difficult. And you can keep that if you like. You don't have to tilt it. I just wanted to tilt it. To give it some peaks.
Does anyone need a beer?
No, thank you though. Well, thank you. Just call me Dell. What do you guys want to do for the December class? I'm thinking about something snowy.
Snowy?
Yeah, like Bullswagga. Why do I love that name so much, Bullswagga?
No idea, but you sound a little crazy when you say it.
I am crazy. Anyways. Yeah. Now just open it and put them in there and close it, and it'll tell you. An ice geode. Ooh, I like that idea. Hi, Elizabeth. Magnetic Island. I want to go.
It's so funny, that person that's like, this is boring. She would walk into a room and never say that because she doesn't have the balls to say it
Okay, well, she's
out
gone.
loud. I know, but it's just hilarious to me.
You don't want to grease it first?
Mm-mm.
Oh. It's about to be interesting. I love the idea, Clara, for the win. We'll do an iced over geode. Light blues, white, and silver. Concur. I've got olive, everything. We'll even make it a see-through geode.
Look at her. She's letting me hold her.
She heard you say that. Love your fire. Yeah, he's pretty good at it.
You're a pretty girl. Mm-hmm. Pretty baby.
Monkey likes to come over here and call my animals fat.
And pretty.
I'll say that.
But they are a little chunky.
The red just ate it all up.
You knew putting that much heat on it would...
I know. I just wanted to see if it would separate it. And I put a lot of clear down, so it diluted all of that.
Yes, it will have fire glass and German glitter glass as well in the kit. Is art resin cheaper than other resins? I've been using one resin for everything, just not casting. So Naomi, art resin's actually not the cheapest resin you can find. If you're looking for ultra budget resin, you need a craft resin. So
Craft coat.
Craft Coat, which is also by STONECOAT, which is our favorite brand. But you could also do Envirotex. I'm trying to think of what it is available over where you are. If you send me a text or an email, I will look for what's available in your area and what may be the best of the budget resins. But art resin typically is more UV resistant and durable, so it's gonna have to, it'll be more pricey because of those ingredients. Oh, I know it's hard for you to get STONECOAT in Ireland, but if you remind me in an email or a
How
text,
cool is that? Like in Ireland.
I will.
He's watching in Ireland.
I'll do a little bit of research and find out what's your best option for you. I feel super adulty now that I have like the text messages caught up. So if you guys joined us today for the class, please tag us in your creations. Jeff's coasters beat my fire piece by a billion zillion %. But I'm proud of my fire, and I hope that you guys made something you're proud of too. We're here to teach you techniques and get you kind of out of your
comfort zone,
and
out of your box.
The box that you have. So
like,
yeah, I'm proud of everybody that tried it. What's the best for heat as for coasters like coffee? So STONECOAT Art Coat is heat resistant up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is twice boiling water. So it won't give you any issues if you put a hot cup of coffee on the coaster. I'm interested in doing your Chameleon Galaxy resin piece. Is that video on YouTube? It is. That was one of the classes I was most nervous about, but turned out super awesome. Is there a theme for the Florida class? There isn't really, because I want to be able to teach everybody whatever they're trying to learn as long as it falls within a one pour situation. So our in-person classes, we get a feel for what the class in general wants to learn, and then we base the class off of what that set of individuals wants to learn. We bring all the equipment down that we'll need to teach you guys whatever you could want to learn.
We basically bring the studio down and then some.
Yep.
We bring the studio down and the shop. I think these are winners.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fire poof.
I really like
the
that.
magician, like,
I like that one.
"Ha-ya!"
That one.
I wonder if I can buy in Australia. Elizabeth, I can ship to Australia, but a lot of...
Mike, I heard Mike, yeah, we can ship, but Mike was talking about, I'm sorry, I have to say this because I wanted to say it the other day. He was talking about, they have like, to Canada, to, like all these different countries. What is that sound?
Let me see what he's
On
published
his latest video, he was talking about shipping like everywhere,
What are you doing up
but he
there?
didn't give any details.
Look how cute
Sorry,
his
I was-
butt is. He's laying on the bed, like flat, like his butt's all sticking up.
He knows how to work his booty.
What are you doing?
Sorry, go ahead, babe.
I don't remember what I was
Interrupted.
saying. But
Shipping to Australia.
Can he
oh,
have
the
this?
class kit, probably not.
No.
The class kits, I can ship to Australia, but a lot of what we use here in the States, I get from Australia. So if you email me that you're interested in whatever class that I'm doing, I can tell you what's in the kit, and you can probably get it cheaper because of shipping in Australia. However, I'm not going to tell you not to buy from me, but also if you can get it cheaper, I will tell you where to get it cheaper from. Do you have time to do private classes if someone desires one? I do, Megan, in Florida for the in-person class that we're doing in Bradenton in January. We will have time for few select private class spots. So if you're interested, shoot me an
Why did I take
email,
this glove off?
send me a text. I don't know.
Are you cooking your
Mm-hmm.
egg rolls?
So yeah,
So yeah, the fun fire. I guess we could call this.
you're about to stack them.
I don't know. Like the easy fun fire. I wish it would be that easy. Like, I guess you could do this on a bigger one. I would just start at the top and then work your way down so that you're not leaning over your resin.
Mm-hmm.
And just do these in little sections and just kind of connect them with the red paint. Monkey came over the
There you go. So you guys, I hope you decide to join us for our next class, which will be in December. And we just decided it's going to be, it's going to be, thank you, Megan. It's going to be a frozen geode, which I am so down for. It's going to be gorgeous. I did one before and it sold super quick, so I hope to show you how I did it, and you can join in or just watch or join in later. However, Jacqueline, it is not a commission. The piece is still available. I appreciate you so much, Megan.
You know what? I'm gonna start pouring.
Sir, you're
leftover.
absolutely correct. I've had issues importing not pigments but epoxy into some countries, which is why STONECOAT stopped shipping into some countries, but they are getting it figured out apparently. So if you're interested in our next class, I will have them listed, the class kits, on our website by the 1st of every month. And in the listing, if you don't want to get the kit, I will have all of the materials we will be using, so you can go through them and see what you already have and just get what you don't have already. And yeah, I hope to see you guys all in that class. Join us on all of our social media things. They're all over here. I always forget which way I need to point, and now it's this way. Info on our Bradenton class is here, as well as in the description box below the video. And we want to see you everywhere. If you do artwork you want us to check out, shoot us a text, shoot us an email, or just tag us on social media. We'll be happy to check it out if you need like an evaluation or where you can improve. How much are the classes? The classes in person, when we travel to them, are $300 per person, and that includes everything that you will need for the 2-day class to create a piece of artwork. And I don't let anyone leave with a piece that they aren't over the moon with.
It's true.
I have stayed after the class with a few people before that wasn't thrilled with how they didn't listen, but they weren't thrilled with how their piece turned out, so I stayed after with them and we did a complete other piece that I covered the cost of. I want everyone to be happy with what they create. The online classes like this, where we are here for you and teach the class for free, and you can get the kit if you want to. The cost of the kit changes every month depending on what all is included in the kit.
We basically started this because of COVID.
Oh, the online class?
Yeah, just so that people can learn and be involved and have something to do. Like it's a funky time. People need to be. People need to. That is gonna be so fun.
I'm scared. So if I'm unhappy for a couple weeks, will you stay in Florida? I love Florida. I was born in Florida. Florida's my jam. I'll have the boys down there, so technically, as long as people are getting classes, I'll stay down there for however long. Until
We're
Megan.
bringing a lot of stuff.
We're bringing a lot of stuff, so I'll be down there as long as necessary, or until Megan kicks me out of her house. We'll have the boys. We'll have our whole studio, so we'll be on the road.
Look at me. We painted that. She did the background.
I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to help each and every artist to become the best artist they can be, and if that takes a couple tries, and that takes a couple tries, I'm here for it. And Jeff's in the fire zone. He absolutely is. All right, you guys, I gotta go walk the boys before they pee in my shoes. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably gonna be early, so.
Did you check your things?
How long is it supposed to be in there for, Erica?
They're probably done.
Bro, you're burning them. You're just gonna let them sit in there?
I don't know how long they're supposed to be in there.
So, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If we go early, which we probably will, I will post in ATD's Poor People right here. Doink, doink, doink. And let you guys know when we're going to go live. Evelyn, I can't wait for this class. It's going to be amazing. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I've had an amazing time. I hope you have too. And be kind to one another. You never know what someone's going through. And I guess I'm going to say Jeff's line, so because he's not here. What does he say? We do the test so you don't have to. I think that's what he says. Anyways, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye. Erica, I was going to leave him there for the whole 20 minutes.
My bad.
My bad.